What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Legit Whiskey Reviews, and on today's episode I'll be reviewing Smokey Joe blended Scotch whiskey. So Smokey Joe, another smoky whiskey we're reviewing today. Previously I had reviewed Lefroy 10, and this is going to be one that I'm going to be comparing this Smokey Joe to. So Smokey Joe is it's a blended Scotch whiskey. It's a 46% ABV, and of course it's matured, distilled in Scotland. So, and I'm not sure what distilleries they use to blend this Scotch, but I know they use a lot of different Isla distilleries to blend the Scotch. It's obviously the name Smokey Joe, but looking at the name, when I first saw the name, I thought, you look at the name Smokey Joe, you think it's like an American, whiskey, but no, it's actually from Scotland. So this one here, we're gonna be giving it a try here. This one retails for about $35 in my area, and that's a really good deal for a Scotch. And that's about more or less like $15 less than Lefroy is in my area. So this is definitely a good deal if the nose and the taste lives up to the price. So all right, so let's go into the nose. So obviously, it being an Isla Scotch, the first thing that's gonna hit you is gonna be the smoke right away. There's a little bit of sweetness up front, a little bit of like honey sweetness, and then I'm not getting as much ash towards the back, but I am getting some spice, a little bit of spiciness in there. And there's a slight citrus note in there as well, but I'm not sure what that. It's not coming through like very much. It's just a slight citrus note. But so far it smells really good. Really good. I didn't know what to expect from this, especially for the price. So, but let's go to the palate. Cheers. This is really good. So first thing obviously is the smoke. There's a lot of sweetness up front. I think it's some of that honey sweetness. And then I got a little bit of, I would say like slight ash towards the middle of the palate. And then towards the back of the palate, I get the spice. And then I get a good hug. This is probably like a medium to long finish. I'm pretty impressed by this whiskey here. Let me give it another try. So more of the same. For some reason, that ash is starting to come through more now. It's like a campfire ash. But that sweetness is dying down a little bit towards the front, and I'm getting more of that ash and more of the spice, the ash is like more towards the front, and the spice is remaining towards the back, along with that medium to long finish. So I'm really impressed by this. Now let's compare it to this Lefroy. Obviously this is a big hitter in the Isla Scotch scene, but I just wanted to compare it just to see like what differences I get out of these. And if you guys haven't seen my Lefroy 10 review, you can go ahead and check it out. Should be on my channel. Alright. So on the nose, on the Lefroy, I'm getting like a more well-rounded profile on it on the nose. You get the sweetness, you get the smoke, obviously, you get a little bit of ash, you get some spice, that seaweed definitely comes through. That always comes through for me on the Lefroy. It's coming through still. And this bottle, this is like one of my favorite scotches, so it's almost gone. So it's pretty low, but it's still remaining like consistent. But yeah, the thing that stands out most on this Lefroy is that it's very balanced and just well-rounded. Like you don't get any rough edges. It's just like you can tell they know what they're doing. I mean, this is amazing. But let's go to the palate. So yeah, so the Lefroy is just like, yeah, the same thing on the palate. You get more sweetness on the front. You get the campfire, the smoke, and the ash. But I think what makes the difference in this one is that salty, briny seaweed. That's what puts this one over the top, along with its balance. It's just, you get the sweetness with the smoke and the ash, and then like the smoked meat towards the back, it's like maybe like a bacon towards the back. I mean, just there's so much going on in here. It's so complex, and it's constantly evolving in the palate. So obviously comparing these two is not fair. This one is just so much better. But that being said, this one for $35 for 46% ABV for a blended scotch, you'll be hard pressed to find anything like this pretty much anywhere else. I mean, I'm sure there's some other scotches out there that are around the same price point, but I really doubt that they'll match, you know, just everything you get out of this one. I was pretty impressed with this whiskey here when I first got it. Like I said, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't even know it was a scotch just looking at the Smokey Joe. So just after nosing and tasting it, I'm definitely impressed, and I'm gonna give this a 92. And I'm giving it a 92. Obviously, it's not. I mean, in my opinion, it's not better than Lefroy, even though I think I'm giving it a higher score. But the reason I'm giving it a 92 is for the value. You know, a blended scotch, Isla Scotch for $35. I mean, I don't think there's too many out there, and for the quality. I mean, everything that comes out of this bottle is amazing. So just for that, I'm gonna give it a 92. It's well worth it. It's pretty much available everywhere too. So you know, if you look for it in your area, you'll be able to find it. So if you like my content, remember to smash that like button. Remember to subscribe. Don't forget about the little notification bell. You can also find me on my Instagram at LegitWhiskeyReviews, and keep it legit and do it for the love of whiskey. Cheers.